Namaste and crystal blessings to my earthly, celestial, and elemental soul tribe in this realm and beyond. Nikki from Nikki Anita Cosmic Creative, wishing you as always the highest vibration of love. And a powerful, magical 22nd of November 2020. Okay, numerologically, it is a very powerful number indeed. We have 22, 11, 22 for 2020. You know, master builders, master numbers. So, and Mama Moon is on her first quarter and she's in Pisces today. And Father Sun is in Sagittarius. So we have two different aspects of energy with this lunar and solar. So Pisces being the water sign, as you know, if you're a Piscean or you have moon in Pisces, you know, intuitive, dreamy, spiritual, creative, you know, all that inward mystery, you know, mysterious, I mean. And yes, that is Pisces. And then again, you have Sun in Sagittarius today, the adventurous, the explorer, you know, the optimistic, the free spirit Sagittarian. So you can feel a little bit of like, okay, I feel this and not so that. And with this powerful number, what can I say? It is a powerful times indeed we are in. There's a lot of things happening cosmically, planetary alignments with our luminaries, our wandering stars, and cosmic energy coming in for the upgrading of the human consciousness. And of course we can see the artificial grid outside putting in FEAR, the manufactured version, false experience appearing real, fear. It's because of that, because we are going through a powerful awakening for humanity and the whole of this beautiful Mother Gaia realm. That is Maharaja Zikfus. He's arrived. This how he does every time he goes upstairs, you know. Every step he takes is like, yes, baby. Yes, now. I will always love to have him. Video bombing. Yes, I am. It's always a privilege. It's my beautiful sage. He's a baby and he's also a sage. Little Yoda. You know. Sorry for that little video bomb from the one and only Ziggy. So I have chosen three cards from three different decks today. The Moonlogy, the crystal deck from Eternal Crystals, which I haven't done for some time. Okay, it's playing with the rock. Moonlogy, Eternal Crystals, and the Earth Magic. So one from our lunar, beautiful goddess, feminine energy. One from our crystal being, and from Mother Gaia, magic. He entertains himself. It's good to be a cat's life. So, for Moonlogy, we have Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. And from our Eternal Crystals, we have Kunzite for children and Third Eye and Heart chakras. and earth magic, winter solstice. This is what we are preparing ourselves. Reflection. This is why a lot of these things are happening from the beginning of 2020, as you can see. The drama, trauma, chaos is because of that. The event, the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, this 21st December, you know, it is all leading us towards that portal, that stargate, that gateway. So let's see what new moon in Scorpio. So work through your fears. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns. There's always rainbows and unicorns in my universe. It's so beautiful. Unicorn. And but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that you know you are magical. We are all magical. Then this is a time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought or emotional intimacy, it's also on the menu. Scorpio is a sign that likes to go deep into mind, body, spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Attune to the moon. Have some sexy time. Okay. Let me tell you about sexy. Okay. It's not how we've been taught to think and look at, the word sexy or the attributes of sexiness, how it's been showed on the movies, what we've been reading, from the books or, magazines. Sexy is being the authentic self, okay? Being the original, being creative, being confident, the confidence that we show to the world. Walking with our head high, owning up to our sovereignty, our divinity. That is sexy. Okay, not like how it's being showed to us, the way we dress or the way we talk or the way we look, nothing to do with that. Okay? Sexiness is something natural. Like I said, I've been told myself sexy a lot, even by my women friends. Okay? And I go like, which part? Because I don't dress up. I don't dress that way. It's just not me. I don't have the mannerism of a feminine, women kind of, it's just not me. It's okay if that is your natural, inborn, characteristics. Nothing's wrong with that. But I'm just very tomboyish, and though I dress up ladylike, you can say, just on my dressing, but mannerism, very masculine. So, but when people can still say that I'm sexy, I used to think, like, those days, but then I learned sexy is not just what, how much you show or, like I said, because this is what we've been programmed to think what sexy is. Sexy is when you show your authentic self, the real you, the rawness of our being, our creative force. That is sexy. Okay, so it's time. Have some sexy time, be the authentic self, show it to the world. You don't need validation. You don't need people to, say, okay and it's all right. Oh, I think it's no. We don't need anyone's approval to be who we are. That is when sexiness comes in, the real sexy. So, additional meanings for this card is time to let go of a grudge. If you're holding, we need to forgive, and because this is all is going to just drag us down, these energies. Move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? The whole world is being paranoid right now over nothing. Like I'm saying, over nothing is because if you're unplugged for what they are selling to you, paranoia sets in. I'm not paranoid. Like I said, I found out the essence of this whole thing 9 months ago, and I keep waking people up, but some refuse to see. Some just don't want to see it. I'm okay. So this is my mission for humanity, for Mother Gaia, for this great plasmic consciousness that's coming in for us all. So we are getting there. So if you think you're paranoid, switch off the tell-lie vision. Tell-lie vision. And the media, that's why I always said media, the media, because I think they deliberately named that because, as we know, Medea, the goddess of illusion, sorcery and stuff like that, magic. So those who can lead you to disillusionment, stop watching that box. Oh, I can't say box, it doesn't come box anymore, it's flat screen. No. Switch it off. Paranoia ends there. So the teaching of this card is Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth. Magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, even scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you can get to the light. I've always said that in my videos, no matter what card, that is kind of connects to that reading or guidance. We cannot see the light if we have not worked with the darkness, our shadow aspects, and whatever that is. How shall I say it? Whatever that is blocking us to grow. All this little, it may not be something drastic, it could be some, just some unforgiveness. Like I said, the unforgiveness part could also build up, and some trauma. We need to go back because, like I said, this is the inner work. When we go inward, we practice introspection, meditation, ask for guides, for help, for guidance, even from our higher self, from source light, our creator, from the angelic realms, whichever that we can get assistance to tap into where we need to heal, because healing must take place before we go and face the new rebirth that we all are going through and coming to collectively as these living beings, these organic living beings in this earth realm, this coming winter solstice. So there's a lot of work. It's never going to end, even after that. It's an ongoing process, but we need to face it. Like my last reading, when I was explaining about going through the dark forest, we have to go through that if we want to see the light, or feel the light, or feel the warmth, the embrace, the love in its highest, purest form. We need to deal with this. We need to embrace and acknowledge the darkness, because we are in this duality realm, this earth realm. You know, we have extreme light and dark, yin and yang energies. So we need to deal with both of it. We need to have balance. We have to come into balance. So the new moon in Scorpio, right? And the appearance of this card at any time suggests that you need to do that now, to face the shadows. So that is, because like I said, the whole world is in fear, the whole world is in paranoia for something that is not natural, is manufactured. Always remember, when you celebrate your own life, your own authentic self, your sovereignty, your divinity as a living soul, nothing else affects you. You know, nothing else can infiltrate your auric field or your energetic grid. So that is new moon in Scorpio. And I don't know what this kitty cat wants. So for the crystal, we have Kunzite. So I'll show it to you. For children, third eye, and heart chakras. So children are being highlighted for you today. You are being guided to spend more time with the important children in your life. If you don't have any children, Kunzite can relate to you needing to reconnect with your inner child and see the world through their eyes. Take time to enjoy the simple things in life. Notice the colors of the leaves, flowers, and sky. Get creative, play, dance, laugh, or sing. Reconnect with the fun side of life. If you do have children, grandchildren, or nieces or nephews, reach out to them at this time. Take note of what is important to them and what would they like to share with you. Often, all child truly wants is to feel loved, and their thoughts and feelings count. There's no need for grand gestures. Sometimes we underestimate the significance of simply spending quality time together doing everyday things. You may also have been drawn to Kunzite today because you are considering to have children, to have, to grow your family in that sense with children. So remain positive and enjoy this new addition. I don't have children, but though I love to, work or meet whenever I can someone else's children, because now that I'm so solitary and living totally a reclusive lifestyle. But anytime I come across, for me, the most wonderful experience with children is when they are maybe 7 years below. Toddlers, 4, 5, 6 years old, because the programming has not set in place. Because when they go into school and, with all these things, slowly they start changing. But when you talk to a 3-year-old, 2-year-old, like I said, the moment they can start to talk until about 5 or 6 years old, or 7, the innocence are there. Even up to 12, actually. Like I said, it all depends on their circle of friends, the family, the schools they go, they attend. Be with children is because you have to see through their eyes. Like I said, I don't have children, but I am childlike. Not childish, okay? There is a difference between childish and childlike. Childlike is when I believe in fairies, I believe in unicorns, beautiful unicorn. And, I get delighted to see, this. I'm always fascinated with the sight of rainbows or butterflies, dragonflies, ladybug, anything that is from Mother Nature. A feather that I find, I collect all that, feathers, twigs, rocks. I got a whole collection from a beautiful Mother Gaia. So I get excited. So this is my inner child, fully activated. So If you're not activated your inner child, go into that space. It still exists. This is our life force. This is what keeps us alive. This is what's keeping me sane in this not very sane artificial construct of the world right now. So, but if you're privileged to be around, with children, because you have children, grandchildren, or your families, nephew, nieces, or you work with children as teachers or caretakers, enjoy their innocence, enjoy their vibration. Because this is truly magic. Children believe in magic. And we are programmed otherwise. So, see, the system has told us seeing is believing, right? Like what they are showing now to us. I don't watch that television, but I'm just saying. So seeing is believing, because when I ask you, how do you know? And you said, I saw it. It must be real because I see it, because that's how the programming, seeing is believing. But in magic, you have to believe to see it. It's the other way around. You don't just one day, if you're lucky enough, you're blessed enough, you probably see it first before believing, because sometimes you're just a doubter, always a skeptic. But most people do not see it first. Maybe they doubt, yes, because someone has told them, they go like, no. But if that thing hasn't crossed your mind, like unicorns or fairies, or gnomes, pixies, they don't just appear to you unless you've been thinking about them. So you have to believe to see magic, because we are magic. We can do magic, we can feel magic, and we can see magic. That's how we are. So, tap into your inner child. Celebrate life. That creative force is beautiful. Always beautiful to revisit there. And for our earth magic is, of course, powerful indeed that we have the winter solstice, because that is what we are all preparing ourselves right now to head there. So it is about reflection. It's a beautiful card. The winter solstice. So this midpoint of winter is not only the shortest day of the year, but also the longest night. The world is very still and the land dormant. Various festivals of light are celebrated and have been for thousands of years, serving as a reminder that the light will indeed return. Throughout many cultures, there are tales describing this time as the birth of the archetypal Sun King, including the Christian story of Jesus' birth, the Christ consciousness. Representing the hope of renewal from the darkest period of the solar cycle, this image portrays a simple yet powerful representation of the winter solstice. We see a clear reflection of the snowy woods on the still frozen waters of the lake. The blue tint drapes the scene with an even greater sense of quiet and solace, inviting us to walk very softly lest we disturb the intense yet gentle grace of this scene. The reflection of the trees on the frozen lake reminds us that this is time for us to go inside, to both our physical shelter as well as our internal world, inward, and there contemplate the season that has passed, the season that is, and the seasons yet to come. So review the past year and ask yourself what the most important lessons you have had to learn are, and what have you accomplished, and what dreams and visions you want to manifest in the upcoming year. Whether it has been a relatively smooth ride or challenging series of events, we all know 2020. Acknowledge your experience as being the work of Source, no matter what your judgments, fears, or joys are. Honor whatever has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness. Then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet, slow time in reflection. Once you feel complete, reflect on your present life, especially focusing on what you are grateful for. When you are finished, consider what is to come, all the different possibilities and potential that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition and see what shows up. Notice how you feel in your body with whatever scenario plays out in your mind. These are previews of what which is gestating and can manifest and grow when cared for properly. Patience and stillness is called for here. Just as the earth cycles have their own pace, so does this cycle. So we have these three beautiful cards. It's guidance for us today. This powerful date of 22nd of November 2020. 22/11/22, or the American way of saying is 11/22/22. So wherever you are, as always, I wish you the highest vibration of love. I wish you peace, bliss, healing, and courage. And stay brave, because we have this together as humanity. Together. We are sovereign, we are divine, we are powerful beings. And it's a historic time, as you can say, to be witnessing what's happening in the world right now, with all the deception falling off and being revealed. More is to come in these next few weeks as we go through this beautiful plasmic collective awakening of the consciousness during the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter at Aquarius. So love. Love you all. Namaste in Lakesh. Soul Tribe. We have this together.